Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Volunteers at PYDS put this adage into practice over 12 years ago, so that young leaders of today and tomorrow could be created from among the socially and economically disadvantaged. This has been no easy task.
The problems that we face cannot be listed, but one does know that if I have to do it all over again, I will still do it once more.
There is a risk in embarking upon an adventure of this nature without resources. But 12 years of survival has taught us that honest and kind performance could provide support from loyal, strong, and responsible donors. We need to create leaders for change, and we needed these leaders to come out of homes that have neither electricity nor a lavatory.
Otherwise, we will not be able to achieve our goals.
मेरे बच्चे को उस तरह से एजुकेशन में बहुत हेल्प मिल रही है। दूसरा, मुझे घर पे जाके अपने बच्चे के लिए कोई मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ती है। वो सब कुछ यहाँ पर खुद पढ़ाते हैं, उसके खाने पीने का भी ध्यान रखते हैं, उनको ड्रेस वगैरह यहाँ से मिलती है।
Learning, we believe, is the development of the mind. Learning should be a process of discovery, a way of finding answers to the innate curiosity of a child. We therefore give children experiences and opportunities for inference and understanding. A scheme for continuous teacher development has also been cultivated at PYDS.
We have been a part of lots of workshops which have taught us lots of teaching strategies, teaching tools, classroom management techniques, lots of other knowledgeable stuff at the same time. So it has made our teaching a learning process in which both teachers and students are equally involved and equally enjoy the classes.
At PYDS, we are consciously trying to move towards this goal of education, to build a clarity of perception so that children see things as they are. Imbibing values that anchor oneself does not merely mean subscribing to those values that are alive in the culture that I belong to, but values that I subscribe to because I have internally debated myself on. We are consciously trying to move away from looking at the curriculum merely in terms of content to a curriculum that teaches children life skills.
The secret of building a life does not, however, rest here.
6 out of 10 hours that students are spending here is spent on dance, drama, theatre and art activity. Physical fitness, sports and yoga is a very important component of our activities, and also students are regularly exposed to trekking, hiking and other various adventurous activities.
Last year, our students designed a smokeless stove to help the local community. The local community still largely uses firewood as a cooking fuel, which means that the women have to inhale a lot of smoke when they're cooking. So our students designed a stove where they used lantana, which is local weed, so that women don't have to put in the time and effort to collect firewood, and since it is smokeless, they won't have to inhale all that smoke. This project won us one of the top 20 entries in Design for Change from all over India.
Over the past 12 years, this dream has been experimented with, and we now know that the provision of the physical infrastructure and a good learning opportunity are not enough to fight the trauma that these children suffer in childhood due to poverty. Much emotional hand-holding is necessary for these scaffold deprived youngsters.
We brought some children from rural areas, and these children they had no basic education at all, and they didn't even know how to write ABCD. So now this class has grown fully, and they are already studying in class 9th and 8th. And now if you talk to them, you'll feel that these are, you cannot compare the two different situations, you know. There's a great difference. I mean, now children are so confident to speak, and they speak so well. They had been to many places. They write so well. I mean, You can compare them to any other good students studying in other good schools.
We often need to work with the whole family in order to overcome the complicated and challenging social situation that these children face.
मैं बहुत लाचार और बेबस थी, इतनी मेरे क्या बताऊँ मैं, इतने थे कि मैं बच्चे को ना कभी ढंग से नहीं पढ़ा पाती थी, नहीं ढंग से उसे खाना खिला सकती थी। सोचती थी कि अब इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल में कहाँ से मैं बच्चे को पढ़ाऊँगी। शुरू से मुझे बहुत ही सपना था एक PYDS स्कूल ने मेरे लाइफ बना दी मेरे बच्चों के, और समझिए मेरे लिए।
The central idea at PYDS is not just that the poorest must be helped to progress, but that they must be helped to do so with dignity.
Production is increased in complex ways and it is exported globally.
What we are doing, according to their taste and preferences, we are helping them in choosing various careers and various areas of their interest, and we are helping them regularly, and we are not counseling them what we can say to opt a good career, but we are also helping and guiding them in their personal problems.
We affirm that if I am poor and needy, this does not render me less worthy of respect.
When they started up, it was like we had to teach them how to brush even. And now this is the time when they can teach others how to speak, how to communicate with others. They go for the trips and they are so confident while talking to the captains, admirals, and we think even we get nervous talking to them, but they are so confident. So it's like we are very proud mothers. No, we think ourselves mothers.
The Sanskrit dance drama produced by us annually is unique. We now have an outstanding school building with spacious classrooms, a library that can be any school's pride, and laboratories for physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics.
Now senior, your line is going towards which side?
Recently, one of our students, Shiksha Pundir, went to China for 6 months under an exchange program where she stayed with the host family for 6 months and came back with new energy and new experiences.
I find very big change in me. That is, my dream was to wear a smart school uniform and go in a bus and study in an English medium school and speak a fluent English. That I think I am trying to do that, and I think I can make it, I can fulfill my other dreams as well, as I want to be an IPS officer, so I'll study hard for it.
We constantly integrate value building into our curriculum.
Inculcating good values has been one of our goals from the day we started. In fact, the complaint has been that we have never done enough about it. We have always believed that values cannot be inculcated in a classroom by formal programs, but needs to be integrated into the daily school day. As an example, I would mention the honesty shop that we have got in our school, where we have a shopkeeperless shop, where children are taught to handle honesty by respecting the money which has no supervisor. It has worked extremely well.
Governance is managed through a well-documented governance manual. All directors work free of cost and do not draw even reimbursements. We have received help from over 60 volunteers up to now from all over the world. The body mass index of the children is constantly tracked. All children get a yummy breakfast every day. Enjoy and eat as much as you can lunch, along with fruit and a snack before going home.
स्कूल तो बहुत अच्छा है, बच्चों को पूरा सब कुछ मिलता है। मेरे बच्चों को यहाँ पर खाना नाश्ता भी मिलता है, और हम लोगों को भी यहाँ पर आते हैं। हम लोग तो कोई ऐसे तो ये है कि सभी कुछ मिलता है। हमें भी मतलब एक टाइम स्नैक्स वगैरह मिलता है, यहाँ पर चाय मिलती है।
Medical attention of any type, including surgery, is guaranteed to all our children.
मेरे लड़के को ना बचपन से एक लड़के का आँख में दाग था, जो कि मुझे कभी भी पैसे नहीं हुई कि नहीं इस लड़के को मैं अच्छे ढंग से अच्छे डॉक्टर से दिखाऊं और ऑपरेशन करा सकूं। पर यहाँ का ये कभी मैंने नहीं सोचा था कि मैं इसे ऑपरेशन करवा पाऊँगी। जैसे भगवान ने दे दिया वैसे ही रहेगा। और ना यहाँ के आके स्कूल में बच्चे को पढ़ाई लिखाई तो होती ही होती और साथ में इलाज भी सब कुछ करवाए यहाँ से।
The school has an early childhood learning center with 50 children. Most of them belong to the women working with the Stree Shakti initiative and receive all-round development. This school has been possible due to idealistic change makers who believe that anything is possible by just believing in the two words, I can. We know that when life comes to an end, what is remembered is not the house that we had, the car that we drove, or the title that we held. What lives eternally and matters most is the love we create, the relationships we nurture, and the care we give.
We are not sure how many professionals like doctors, lawyers, engineers we would give to society. What I promise is our students would be humane individuals who respond to life instead of reacting to it.
I therefore appeal to each one of you to join us in this journey.